Hey guys, this is Kami here. So I've been asked a lot of time to show my rotation and powers and my gear choice and all that, so I'm gonna go through with that and hopefully I can help some of you. So let's start with my rotation. So I have 3 different rotations that I'm gonna mention. The first one would be kind of the most damage rotation, where basically all your cooldowns are up, all your ultimate skills and all that. So that will be kind of like a most damage. So that's gonna follow us. Actually, I'm just gonna show you quickly. So what's gonna happen here? I'm gonna pull some mobs. Try to show you the random guy that's passing through. Hopefully we can get more. Okay, let's get it on together. So basically with this rotation, the very first one is the what you can use. Like, it's kind of the one that you can use every now and then, because like your 2 main skills, your 2 main abilities that we're gonna use as a start, the ultimate assassination and deadly cascade. So these skills have a lot of like 2 long cooldowns, so but they do kind of the most damage. So I'm gonna start with ultimate assassination and then deadly cascade. So that will be this and this. So that nearly killed all of them, and this was just 2 skills I used. And then from there, I'm just gonna finish them off quickly. So from there, then what you do is then you start your basic rotation. So the basic rotation is that what I actually used during I was leveling, when you're chaining your abilities. So this was the ultimate assassination and the deadly cascade. This is your 2 big damage ability that has a lot of cooldown. So on your skill tree, when you go there, then you can see obviously your skills, and these 2 are on the very bottom of each side. So they do the most damage and they have the most cooldowns. So you want to use them either to start your rotation or just like I will mention later on PvP why they're very good. So after you use those 2 and they're still not dead, then you start your basic rotation, which is gonna start with Shadow Pierce, Poison Stab, Deadly Surprise, and then from there you can use Quick Stab and Blade Dance. This will be kind of your first rotation that you're gonna have when you start kind of the game and you start leveling as a dagger. So with this, the good things with these is they're all kind of chaining. So the Shadow Pierce, that's your first skill you're gonna use, yeah? And then after that you get a Poison Stab, and then if you look at the skill, it says they're chain. If you use after Shadow Pierce skills, poison deals an extra 5% damage. So that's why it's really good, because they're going to chain together. So you start with this, then Poison Stab, and then you use Deadly Surprise, which also chains with the Poison Stab. So if used after the Poison Stab skill, deals an extra 60% damage. So all these skills has to go together, like link together, chain. But all this also pops up on your screen, you know? So basically like this, bomb, and then you chain, and then you finish with stab. So all your skills that you need to press, they pop up on the screen. This is what you're going to use when on the early stages. Like the video that I mentioned before on the earlier post, it was this. This is what I was using. So after that, when you're using these, then you start using your filler skills, which would be, I call them fillers because you use them when kind of your main rotation, like the 2 big skills are on cooldowns. So after that, what you're going to use is the Quick Stab, Blade Dance, and Lethal Ambush. You can also use Frenzy Blaze. Like it's really up to you, like how you feel. But there's not much difference. There's not gonna be much difference like which skill you use kind of first. It's really situational. So I'm gonna show you my full rotation. I'm gonna try to find the champion here, and then I'm gonna show it on them, because they will stay alive. And I'm gonna show you what you need to repeat doing. So the normal ones, these are G50s, so the normal ones, they're gonna die kind of pretty quick. But even though I'm gonna use my ultimate skills, the champion won't die, you know? Like, you will do a lot of damage, but they will stay alive, so you're gonna see. So I'm gonna open with my ultimate assassination following the deadly cascade, yeah? Ultimate assassination, deadly cascade, and I start my rotation, shadow pierce, poison stab, deadly surprise, quick stab. Yeah, like that. And then after what you do, like if they don't die and like you have to kill these champions, yeah, like you don't want to stand around and letting them hitting you. So then again, your big cooldowns are down. And so then you start your basic rotation. This is how it will look like for you. And then you do another circle. So ultimate assassination. Wait, I'm just gonna reset these people so then I can go through. Yeah, should be safe here. So these are the two ultimates that we use when you can, and they have the long cooldown. So 80 seconds and 75 seconds, that's a lot. But during that time, then you do your basic rotation, yeah, starting with shadow pierce, poison stab, deadly surprise, quick stab, and then after that you use filler skills that you use frenzy blades, blade dance, or lethal ambush. So this would be then your basic rotation that you need to know. So the third one that you could use in PvP situations or PvX, like if you're in open world and you know you want to fight someone or you want to do something, then what you're going to do is that we have an ability called Invisible Strike. So you're obviously going to go invisible. Then from when you're invisible, then from them you have another chain skill, is this Frenzy Blades. So you're going to use invisible, get to the guy, and use Frenzy Blade first. Because, again, same thing. These skills are chaining together. So you use Frenzy Blades, and after that, when you use your Frenzy Blades, it says it right there, if you read it, if your character is invisible, the first damage deals an extra 90% physical damage. So then again, that's a big chunk of damage. And then after that, what I suggest is using Blade Dance, is this, because you're going to get, if you look at the skill tree, you're going to get the passive for Blade Dance. So which is, you have a chance to stun them. Oh, sorry, this, yeah. You have a chance to stun them. It's a stunning strike. That's why you're taking all these passives. Quickstab also have a chance to stun. Like, one of these skills that you're going to use should stun them. After when they get stunned, you can then use Blade Dance. You can then use any of your ultimates if they are stunned. Like, the only problem with this is that if you're going to use Deadly Cascade, like, if you see the range, like, it's short. Like, you're not really going to hit them if they start running around and, you know, just trying to, you know, kiting you. But the other ultimate that we have is Ultimate Assassination. So this would be really good for closing the gap with the enemy, because we go like this. Or we have another ability, is Lethal Ambush. Then again, you can close the gap. So all these abilities can help you to get up to the enemy close. The other thing with the Lethal Ambush is that when you hit the enemy, so then again you're going to take the passive that I was showing you earlier. For the Lethal Ambush, you're going to take this. So if you hit them with the knife, then you get like 30% movement speed. So that's really good, because then if they're running away, like, it's easy for you to just catch up to them. Because what I was felt in PvP playing as a dagger is a lot of situation I was struggling to catch up to the enemies, and we don't have many stuns. Like, your stun chances are much less than kind of somebody with a two-handed sword or a hammer or anything. Like, we are really squishy in this way. But that's why we have invisible. That's why we have Lethal Ambush to catch up to them. That's why we have Ultimate Assassination. Even Deadly Surprise can be a close gap if, let's say, he's running away. So good thing is that if you're using it without the chain, the Deadly Surprise, then what it does, it's actually dashes. But when you're using this on like PVE, so after when you use this ability, I mean after poison stab, when you use the deadly surprise, it not dashes, it's like kind of use another abilities, like pull their soul out, or I don't know, it's just some weird animation, but that's how you do a lot of damage. So yeah, so PvP, what I can also tell you is we have this other skill is Vanish. So Vanish, it would be kind of your main movement speed skill that you can use, like it depends on the situation. Like you can either use it to, let's say somebody's there, yeah, and then you go invisible, yeah, and then you use this, and then you stand still, and then you have a lot of movements, and then you just catch up to him. He don't even know where do you come from, and then bam bam bam, you know, you just open the frenzy, and then you already have the attack. Or let's say somebody want to gank you on the open world, and you're really low, you know, you want to run away or anything, or even in arena, like this Vanish is really powerful if you go in to get the passive for it, because it's so quick. You're so quick. Like let's say you're in arena, you need to get to the middle, you know, it's area conquest, and then you know you're the one who is used it, you have the debuff, and then you just run like this, and then you're already in the middle. You know, like so many occasions I got to the middle, and I either capture the flag or capture the point, like before the enemy even comes up on the stairs with this ability. And again, you can use this like accordingly, like depends on the situation, PvE or PvP, like whichever you like. But that will be kind of your main rotations for these situations, for PvP or PvE. Like what really important is just play with your big damage skills. You know, they are gonna do a lot. But during that time, when they are off cooldown and they are not available, you need to use the basic rotation that you use during leveling as well, and whatever, the chain rotations. And then after, when you finish that 3 skills together, the Shadow Pierce and the Poison Stab and the Deadly Surprise, then you put a filler, you put a Quick Stab, you put a Blade Dance or Lethal Ambush. That's kind of what it is. You can even use Frenzy Blaze in same way, because like even I use it as well. Like when I finished Quick Stab, then after I use Frenzy Blaze, and then after I use Blade Dance, and then after I use Lethal Ambush. But all this I'm gonna write down to you guys, so you will know this if it's hard for you to like catch up to what I'm saying. As for gears and stats, like these are my stats currently unbuffed and without everything. How I reached this was, so when I reached G10, I swapped a lot of things out of my gear. I swapped set pieces as well. So earlier I had actually I'm gonna go to town and I'll just show you right there. I'm gonna be quicker. So as I remember, I had Blade Wind set for the gear, and before that I think I had the purple set. Okay. Let me just double check this quickly for you. So yeah, so Blade Weaver I had, yeah. So when I finished with the Blade Wind set, when I was like getting to 50, you know, and then this was the first that I used the Blade Wind set. But after that, when I was gathering enough money, you know, I did a lot of grind and blah blah blah, then I started buying 2 pieces of Blade Weaver set, and I maxed it out. So I bought all the Blade Weavers, because if you see that the set pieces, like the bonuses, like this, for the 2 piece you get the same bonus as you would get for the 3 piece of the Blade Wind. Like look at the right side, like now it's showing me like what I'm wearing, but look at the right side, the right side of the gear. That's the Blade Wind set, like that's what I was using. And then after, when I had enough money, then I purchased the Blade Weaver, because for this, for the you need 3 piece to get the bonus for the 3 set bonus, but with this you only need 2, so it was really helpful. And then for what I went then using accessories was I used the Savage Strike set, I used this 2 earring, like I didn't care too much about the powers at the time, but because there wasn't too much option as well. But I just really cared about having the 3 set from the Savage Strike set, plus I had this. So yeah, the Savage Strike set I had, which gave me accuracy 35 and crit chance 5%, and then from there I had these, the Elderic Catalyst set, and that time I only had again 3 set. So I had, and again, a 5% critical chance that time. I didn't went for the 4th set piece. I just went for 2 times the crit chance to be 100%. That's what I was using. But now what I did when I reached the G10, so my changes was basically, obviously, I bought the weapon, I upgraded to grade 2. So what I did from the Blade Wind, I went to the Whispering Guild set, and I take only 3. I didn't care too much about the HP, because the HP you can also get as a power on your gear, like if you're lucky to buy that. Like even here, example, like you see powers physical AP 21 and then HP is 350. So you can get this HP. It's not that important to get it on the set. What's important is really like to have like now I have 66 and 66 DP and the AP on the 3 set bonus. And what good thing is that obviously your armor have weight. So what I did, I find out that I'm only using from the light from the Whispering Gale 1, 2, 3. So that's my 3 set there. Yeah. What I went for as a last set piece, you can have 1 heavy. So the good thing with the heavies is that they already coming with a lot of physical DP, magic DP, and HP. Like they already coming with a lot of more defense. Then again, I searched up with something that gives me physical AP and crit defense chance. So that's what I went with. So you guys can do that as well. That you don't have to have all the 4 pieces in light. You can have 3 and then 1 heavy. So that's what I did. So I went with the Whispering Guild. I swapped to that on G10. Yeah. So as for powers, as you can see, I try to get HP and physical HP powers. Like that's kind of what I was aiming for, is having more HP and just like pure damage. You can also try to get if you're lucky, like crit AP or all that. But because I kind of sacrificed my 4 set bonus, that 600 HP on a lot of things, then I was trying to get that as a power. So yeah, that's how I kind of balanced it out. As for the accessories, I kept my Elderic set because they're just so expensive and they're really difficult to find good ones. So I kept my old ones, that when I reached 50 there I was using these. And what I did change is I got that in a 4th piece. So then again I have the crit chance, critical multiplier for 10%. So I got the 4 piece of the Elderic Catalyst. And what I did is I included 2 other accessories. Like you don't have to get exactly the same. Like what I was trying to get is just get more power, get more AP, like boost that AP up as much as you can. So then I just get one totally offset, like it's not a set piece or anything. I just got this and then I got that. Like it's totally up to you what you get there. Whatever you find on your server, on the marketplace, whatever will suit you. Yeah, so basically that's it. Like my start will be prioritized to yeah, just AP and HP on the powers. Like I'm not really struggling in any occasion so far. When I was like fighting with the G50s, like I was confident, confidently killing them, even before like G1. Like I was already there and I was already doing the same thing. It took me a bit longer, but it wasn't difficult. If you really like follow all the rotations that I mentioned, just don't get hit. Like you do your rotation, then you like make a small circle, you kite them, your skills come back, then you do it again, like bum bum bum. You just that's it. Just basically that's all about it. And yeah, for PvP it's a bit difficult. Like it's very difficult for us to do a lot, because there's a staff guy and he just stuns you from like outside of the map, and then you have like no chance. But yeah, that's why we have invisibility, and then you're using your Vanish, and then you catch up to them, you open, you stun them. If they're running away, you catch up to them. Then again, you can catch up. Then again, you know, like you have a lot of options. Like you just need to learn it, when to use it, how to use it. Yeah. As for skills, I forgot to say, like right now, currently, this is how I use it. So if I were you, I would just get the right side fully all the way down, get the left side fully all the way down, and then start maxing out your basic rotation skills, like what you're opening with, you know. And after, what I'm gonna do here, like these are the passives I'm using. Like I went for all the damage on the right side to boost the damage of those, because like you're using them. On the left side is kind of like your stunning abilities that you can bring as passive. Like they are not 100%. That's the thing. Like it's not 100% that you're gonna stun them. So then it's a 50-50 kind of. But for passives, let's say for Vanish, obviously I bring the movement speed. That's gonna help me a lot. Lethal ambush, again, when they are trying to run away and you trying to catch up with the lethal ambush, like if I hit them once, if one of my blades ever catch them, you have the movement speed, and you're right there next to them again, and then you can try to stun them, quick stab, you know, blade dance, anything. If they still running away, then you catch up, you know. That's kind of what it is. Yeah, so now this is what I have. The next skill, what I'm gonna do is I am going to get for Vanish, when I'm gonna get 59 level on the dagger, then I'm going to reduce the cooldown of my Vanish, because I do want to a little bit have that, because I think now it's on 15 or 18 second, yeah. So I want to reduce that just a little bit, so I can use it more often, mostly in PvP. Like in PVE, like sometimes, like let's say if I go on PvP open world and then somebody trying to gank me or something, then you know I either get away or I either catch up to them with that, and it's really good. It's really good. That movement speed is so satisfying to use. And on the passives, like it's up to you if you wanna take anything else. Like on the rapid fury, I didn't put anything because I don't even use it. I just had to take it because that's the only way you can get the very last skill on the bottom. For stones, it's really up to you. It depends on what you're doing. You know, if you play PvP, then get, you know, like more CC type stones for stun chance or more damage and all that. So I think that's it. Yeah, I mentioned the gear. Yeah, so like basically just try to get a lot of AP, some crit chance, and HP on your powers, because you're gonna be struggling with these guys on PvP when you have like 8k or 7k HP, because that's what I was doing, and then they usually like one-shot me. It's pretty bad. It's pretty like depressing to have that kind of things, but you get around it. Like I kind of learned to do my own thing, and if there's somebody alone, I can catch them, you know. There's no way I can. One thing I want to mention is that's, I don't know if that's implanted like this in the game or not, but when you're using Vanish, so this kind of maybe with every ability, that let's say I want to use an ability, but I cancel it with a movement. Like see, I cancel it. So one thing with the Vanish is that when you use it, the reason I'm always jumping backwards is, let's say if I go this direction, like obviously I have to turn around and use it like that. So after I use it, if I start moving, see, if I don't get the passive, it's not there, I don't get the buff. You have to stay still for that momentum for you to actually get the passive, get the haste. If you're moving, you cancel nearly all your abilities, so make sure that you don't press any movement key while you're pressing any skill. So I use it, I don't move, I get the buff, then I can move. Yeah, just like that. Okay, whatever I said now in the guide, I will try to write everything down and include it in the guide. Like I hope you guys understand everything. If not, just feel free to ask on the channel. And yeah, I will keep you updated when probably I'm going to get on my next level. So yeah, peace out. Thanks.